Rubber Dub Dub.
Yes.
Which I don't have a copy of yet.
That's okay.
But that's your...
I would have brought you one, but we've sold out. First print run has sold out, so that's good.
Unfortunately sold out. It's not unfortunate. That's not unfortunate. So tell me about that, man.
Yeah, Rubber Dub Dub is my new novel.
Is that your first
ever novel?
Yeah.
And I'd like to do 2 more.
Okay.
So this is the start of something. It's not a trilogy. They're not 3. It's not going to be the same characters or anything. But I've got ideas for 3 novels that I think have got legs. So, I'm on camera saying that now. So if they don't appear, everyone will be calling me a cunt on the internet. But that's okay. They're allowed to. Writers don't get heckled as much, so I invite it. It's good. So you can leave me some shitty messages. It's fine.
It's more effort to heckle someone via email as well.
Yeah, there's not as much spur at the moment. I think maybe the ideal heckle is when you can't even contain it. You have to say something. Go, bleh, your shit, bleh, it's out. But on the internet, you've got to put a bit more thought into it. Sit down and type. Yeah, so it's only the most committed hecklers will do it online. Yeah. So what is Rubber Dub Dub about? It's about one man and his bath. It's about a guy who has a particularly stinky day job. It's my obsession with escaping work, actually.
Yeah.
He has a particularly stinky day job, and he discovers the art of self-care. So he gets into lovely, girly soaps and bubble bath and things. And as an older man as well, he's even older than us, Mark. So there's a lot of stuff in it about, gender normativity. I don't make a big deal of that, but that is a theme. So he's going into lovely soap shops and he's not really sure what to do, and he has to, there's a sales assistant who sort of takes him under her wing and teaches him about all this lovely stuff. So he buys soap called Goddess, Snow Fairy, and something else lovely, and sort of just learns to have a lovely time, and he does it all through his bath. That's part of it is about his bathtubs, and the other part is about the horrible job itself, which is he works on a train that goes up and down the length of the country. So he goes between Edinburgh and London, and as he moves up and down, the sort of political values of people change, and the sort of the accents of people change, which is good for, it's fun. It's nice to write in people's accents, try and get it spot on. So that's my novel in a nutshell. Whenever people say, what's the novel about? I go, oh, God, it's sort of about a man in a bath, and I don't really know what I'm saying anymore, but I'm proud of it, and I think it might be good. So, if people want to buy my novel, I don't feel too ashamed of saying, buy it, you might like it, because I think it might be good.
I'm hearing lovely things about it. So, again, Fliss, who I interviewed in this very garden, was saying nice things about it on Twitter the other day.
She was, she said good things about it, so that's good. If you can impress a nightingale, you'll be fine. They have high standards.
Yes, very much so. But no, there's something about that, and I my day job is in engineering, but I do love a bath. So there's elements of that I certainly relate to. And I remember being in Plymouth for a week for not a very nice reason, not so long ago, and going into Lush. Is it Lush?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Lush is in the book.
And having the full sales pitch. And normally I'd go, no, it's fine, leave me alone. But I was like, the mood I was in and the way I was feeling.
You're the man from my novel, then.
I probably am.
His name is Mr. Bob, so you are the new Mr. Bob.
And so I listened to the whole sales pitch. She was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Something that's going to help me go to sleep." And she's like, "Oh, this is our lavender section, and it's got this." And I was just like, "Okay."
Yeah, I remember once I was struggling to sleep in my I live in Glasgow, and I was struggling to sleep, and I got up for a walk in the middle of the night, and Chai Ovner was still open. Chai Ovner is an amazing tea shop that's just closed down. It's a real sad loss, but it was still open at about 1 a.m. There must have just been, I don't know, there must have been a gig on, or there must have just been tidying up. But I just went to talk to the guy. I said, "Oh, what have you got to help me sleep?" And he just made this amazing potion. I remember there was chamomile in it and something else and some sort of special honey, and it was just exquisite. Just knocked me out. But people don't know, do they?
No, but it's nice sometimes to just embrace that. And it's like, I don't know, maybe a 99p bottle of Radox would have done the same job. But if you're willing to sort of buy into it,
yes,
and
a little
say,
bit.
and go, okay, well, maybe all these ingredients in the shape of a star covered in glitter will help me have a nice, relaxing bath. And
why not? It's an accessible luxurious experience, right?
Yeah.
And I think in the book there's a bit where Mr. Bob finds like a women's magazine in the netting in the train, and he's reading it, and there's a very critical piece about how self-care is a rip-off, and it's actually just a way of selling soap to gullible people, and he just feels a bit foolish and told off for it, because actually for him it did make a difference. So I like that bit in the book. I like it's supposed to be pathos, a little bit of oh, poor guy.
No, I look forward to that then. That sounds right.
I would have brought you one.
Yeah,
I'll send you one.
I don't mind paying my way as well. That's the other thing. I don't mind supporting people I'm a fan of. Obviously, it goes both ways. That's very, very kind of you. I was shocked when you pulled your jumper off in the kitchen to reveal that.
I think I've got to show you something. I started taking my clothes off, and you probably thought,
it's not that kind of interview.
You have to embarrass yourself, Mark.